Hey, what's up YouTube? It's King Vita here, and I'm back with another review. And today, I'll be reviewing the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Lost Galaxy Magna Defender. So there he is, and let's take a look at the packaging, as always. Excuse me. So there is Magna Defender, your usual Lightning Collection box. Goes all around. On this side, you have another side of Magna Defender. It says Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Over here, you have Magna Defender right there. On the back, you have your obligatory product shot in his really cool pose, actually. On the top, nothing. On the bottom, a bunch of warning, made in China. Do not eat anything in this box. Very dangerous. And that's pretty much it. Nothing else. There you go. So there is Magna Defender. Looking really cool. He's from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, but if you guys follow the Super Sentai version, I believe he's from Ginga Man. Ginga Man is the Super Sentai version of Lost Galaxy. So, let's take a closer look at him. Starting from the feet. And his kneecaps. His knee guards, I should say. Are on the back. Really nice looking figure. And the head right here. There you go. Okay. Now, articulation, as always. Head is on a ball joint. A very tight ball joint. It can look up that far. Can look down not that far. Basically straight. Can do a full 360. Arms could do a full 360 if you get this shield plate out of the way. There you go. They can go outward that far. Double jointed elbows. Wrist rotation and bend as well. I believe these are on a ball joint. No, they're not. They're on a peg. They're on a peg. You have wiggly waggly movement right here at the ab. You also have an ab crunch right here. So you get some pretty decent movement. And back as well. There you go. No waist movement. The waist moves at the abdomen. Legs could go forward that far. Can go back that far. Hips could also rotate. Knees, double jointed knees could bend pretty far actually. This part also bends, but this part is actually a little harder to bend than this. So what you get is essentially just this. If you want to move this part, the knee guards, you're going to have to grab it by the knee and kind of push it down with plenty of force. And you get that. Okay? And you also get movement at the foot. Up, the ankle, my bad. Up and down like that. And you also get ankle pivot right here. So, a lot of articulation on this guy. Come on. There you go. Quite a bit of articulation on him. Very nice aesthetically looking, just like he did on the show. Now, I am aware that he is called Magna Defender, but that is in the excuse me, that is in the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy version. I don't know if he's supposed to be in the Super Sentai version. I don't know. If anybody knows that, let me know. I'm currently watching Super Sentai, so, and I haven't gone to Ginga Man yet. By the way, Ginga Man is the Super Sentai version of Lost Galaxy, in case anybody wanted to know. And yeah, I want to know if he's actually in Ginga Man. It'd be cool. It'd be cool to actually see. I do like the look that they went for. He looks just as cool as he did on the show, Lost Galaxy. And yeah, very nice. Very nice aesthetically. The helmet, they actually did this in a soft rubber plastic, and this is not pointy at all. This is it's rubbery, but it's rounded. Let's see if I can get a better view of that right here. There you go. You see his horns are rounded off. They're not pointy whatsoever. So, with that being said, this is a great looking figure, especially because he's all black. You know, and the black really complements the gold as well, and he has that same pattern that the Rangers from Lost Galaxy and Ginga Man have, which are the triangle things on the gold part. So the little zigzag pattern. So he does look really nice. Now, for accessories, this guy brings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accessories. The first we're going to take a look at is his hands. Now, his hands, he comes with one set of hand already placed on, and this one is a grippy hand, and so is this one. This hand right here, let me zoom in here. This hand right here is a trigger hand, whereas this one here is supposed to be grabbing something other than, you know, a gun or something. This is more of a blade holding thing. But he did not come with two blades. He did not come with a blade. He actually came with 2 guns. But before we get into his weapons, we'll take a look at the hands he brought extra. So this is supposed to be another grippy hand, I'm assuming. It's very hard to catch on camera because he's all like, this is colored painted black, so it'll be really hard to catch. But he does have a grippy hand holding something, and then he also has a relaxed hand. There you go, a relaxed hand. And these come in a peg this long, which, just like every other toy that I've reviewed with the same peg, it's the same idea. You want to pull these off and kind of just push the new one into the hole, just like other toys I've reviewed. And don't do what I did and just bend it. Do not bend these things, because they will break off. The more you bend them, the more they'll break off, and it'll be very hard to put them back. Come on, don't bend on me. There you go. And that's how you hold. That's basically how you change his hands. Just like so. Now he's got a hand to hold something. What it is, I have no idea. Or like trying to give a high five. Hey, can I get $5? Can I get $5? I want $5. But yeah, we're gonna take his hands back out and give him his original hand back. Why? Because he needs this for the next part of this review. If I could see, when you get these figures, it's very hard to place the hands back. There you go. Better. Much better. Okay. Why do we need this one back? Well, because his accessories, for him to hold the accessories, he needs this hand in particular. So these are the two hands that he uses. But we're not going to need those because we have his blasters right here. Now these here, excuse me, these here are the exact same blaster. The only difference is that this version is a sword and this is converted into a blaster. So we'll take a look at his sword first. And his sword is... Put your thing down. Stand up. There you go. Stand up. Review isn't done yet. You can't rest yet. You can't rest yet. There you go. Matter of fact, move a little back. Let's take a look at his sword. Right here. Has that golden green segment there. A little bit more gold shining through in there. On the other side, same thing. But you do have a peg right here, which we'll see where that pegs into. And here it is changed. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is called the Mega Blaster? I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below what this is called. But I believe this is the Mega Blaster. This is supposed to be called the Mega Blaster. Now, how this works is he just holds it using one of his hands. Doesn't matter which one. And how you want to do that is you just want to like kind of push, kind of squeeze it in his hand. The position of his hand right here isn't really a fist. It's more like this. Which is actually meant for him to hold. So I want to see, I want to see if I can actually fit this on his inside of his hand, and just Come on. There you go. If you hear a bunch of noise, sorry. That's my neighbors. But that's actually how he holds it. So you could have him in a fighting pose like this. You know, move this to the side. And lift this here. There you go. Very cool. Ready to fight pose. That is really cool. You could get him in a fighting pose, and you could basically just get him all battle readied up, holding his sword, holding his weapon, like this. And he doesn't want to stand. He doesn't want to stand. Come on. Come on. Stand. Stand for me. Stand for me. Don't make me look bad. Come on. Come on, Magna Defender. You can do it. You can definitely do it. Just like so. That's better. And I think that looks amazing. There you go. I think that looks really good. He definitely looks good already and battled up. Also, one cool thing about the... move that to the side. One cool thing about this is when this is... his gun is in saber mode. This part right here, the gun part, the barrel, if you will, comes off. This could actually come off. Not on this one. This one's just one piece. However, this one can come off. So what you get is this. And that just looks really good. That looks really, really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off of him. And we're going to take a closer look at this. Let me stand him how he should stand. Straight. Just like that. Come on. Come on. Stand. Stand, 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 stand. 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 There. Now we'll take a look at his sword right here. Without the barrel here. There's the handle right here. Very cool. It's got that gold with that green emerald, I believe. I think it's an emerald inside of the where the handle stops and the blade begins. And it's got that really nice triangular gold finish to it. And then you have, outside of the gold, you have the blade itself. And I think that looks really, really cool. And this isn't just one-sided. It's actually double-sided because if you flip it, you get the exact same thing. Mine is a little, mine has a little imperfection here. I just noticed right here as well. Where the gold comes in, I don't know if you can see that. There's a bit of silver where the gold should be on the edge here. But that's not a big deal. You can't really see that from far. Very nice. Very, very nice. And this isn't, this is a soft plastic, so it's bendable. Doesn't really hurt. And this is not pointy at all. This is rounded off here. So this isn't pointy, and this won't hurt anybody. But just make sure you don't really jab it into something, because one, you shouldn't really hurt people with toys, and two, you could break this because this is bendable. This is that soft, bendy plastic. So, really, really nice. Also, another imperfection I noticed here as well. The gold right here, there's a gold chipping right here on the handle, as well as on the one of the horns. But that should be no problem. That's just my copy, but same thing here. Right there. There's a little gold line there, but otherwise, I think it looks amazing. I think this is a great little sword, yeah. And if he's gonna hold it, stand, please. If he's gonna hold it, you simply just jab it into his hand somehow. And come on, there you go. Or, there you go. That's it. Or he could wield it on his other hand. So there you have that. Rotate this. There you go. And another cool thing is that he can dual wield. Because his hands are the way they are, and the way they're molded, you can take this and you could sort of give it to him on his other hand, which is extremely easier said than done. There you go. That's better. So there you have him dual wielding his weapons. Right here, you have him holding his Mega Blaster, which mine is a little bent. There you go. His Mega Blaster and his sword at the same time, ready to fight evil. Very cool. Very cool stuff. Also, one thing he did come with, another accessory that I should mention, is this. Here, right here. This is an effect piece that he came with, which is a blasting piece, an energy piece right here. Again, sorry if you hear background noise, but this energy piece right here is, you can attach this to the gun, and you have a shooting gun right here. Now how this works is there is a tiny little hole. Let me see if I could zoom in here. Come on. Come on. Come on, camera. Don't fail me now. Move out the way. There. There's a tiny little hole right here on the back of the blast, which you could attach to the end of his gun. Excuse me, right here. Can you? I mean, you can sort of do it. No, I don't think you can. Sort of. There you go. There you are. There you go. And it fell. Well, you get the you get the idea. This doesn't really stick that well. This doesn't really stick in that well to the weapon, but either way, it's an effect piece. It's an effect piece. Unless it was supposed to be here on this one. I don't know. I don't know. This I'm not sure why they added. They gave you this if the hole right here, the port where this is supposed to peg into, doesn't really connect with the barrel of the gun. So this right here, it would be cool. I mean, you can take this and kind of glue this together, but essentially what it would look like would be something like this. There you go. But this doesn't really stick to anything, so again, in theory it should, but it really doesn't. But either way, I think that looks really good for what it is. I mean, you have a sword on one hand, you have a rifle on the other. It's just amazing. Which, again, I believe this is called a Mega Blaster. I think he calls it a Mega Blaster. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. But I think this is called a Mega Blaster in the Lost Galaxy version. But yeah, this is really cool. This is amazing. Oh, there's also oh, I just noticed another tiny imperfection here on the shoulder. But that's not a big deal. It's hardly noticeable. I just noticed these things. Right here where the come on, focus. There you go. Right here, it doesn't want to focus. There's paint chipping right here, but that's just on my copy. I don't know if anybody else would buy this and this isn't there, that isn't there, but it's there for me, and I'm not happy about it one bit. I am not happy about it one bit. Let's talk about the cape. The cape is a soft plastic, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it can be removed. But it's black mostly and red right here on the inside. Pretty accurate to the show, actually. Pretty accurate to how he looks like, so I'm not mad about that. Can't really complain. Can you actually... Yes! You can actually remove his cape as well. Very cool. Can you? I don't think so. Maybe... No. I don't think you can. Because while you can remove it, while you can remove it off of his shoulders here, there's a peg right here. There's a peg right there and a port on his shoulder right here, close to his collarbone, I guess. And same thing with this. While there is a peg and a port on each of his shoulders, the back, if you pull on this too hard, the plastic feels limp, like very weak. Where it connects to his back, the plastic feels very weak. And if I feel like if I pull this hard enough, this entire cape won't fit on him and it'll break. Like, I won't be able to put his cape back on because the plastic that connects his back to the cape is non-existent. So I'd rather not, like I said, while it can be removed, I assume, I'd rather not fidget around with that too much. So place it back and place it back. There you go. But that's pretty much it. I mean, there's nothing to it. This guy is really cool. Like, he looks really good, and I do like the belt. Like, I like the way that they worked around with the belt and everything and made it loose, just like the show. Because he does have his belt, like, instead of straight, he has it kind of like dangling down to the side, so you have that. And I think he looks great for what it is. It's a very, very nice display piece, even if you don't play with toys. You collect them just like I do. Very cool. Also, I love the... I'm noticing these things as I look at it. But I love the trimming, the silver trim along his... what he wears for protection. Like, outside of the silver for his his knee guards, if you notice here, zoom in here, right there, you'll notice that there's silver trimming along the edges of the armor plate. Same thing on the boots. As well as his gauntlets right here. If you hear that, that was my stomach. I actually haven't eaten anything. But it does look really cool. The trimming all around, the silver. So I think that's really cool. Very nice attention to detail. Very, very, very cool. Let me take these off. As well as his gun right here. Get him straight. Right there. And here. Now, moving on to size comparison. Right here. There you go. We will bring in Optimus Prime. Right here. So you can see just how big he is next to Optimus. Right there. Here he is next to Jetfire. I keep hitting everything. Because I'm very clumsy. Here he is next to the Megazord. Everything's falling over. Everything's falling over. No. There. Ha ha. Here he is next to Beerus. Here he is next to War Greymon. So you get a little size comparison there. Okay. Sure. And here he is next to Refractor. There. You happy now? Get Refractor, please. Please stay. You'll get your chance when we do another one of those whatchamacallits, unboxings and card reviews. There. Yes. I promise. Now, go away. Just stay there. Just stay. Stay. Whew. So, that pretty much is everything for this guy here. I love that that Power Rangers is, that they're actually working on more Power Rangers figures, especially ones from Lightning Collection. If you're a really big Power Ranger fan or Super Sentai fan in general, I recommend these guys. I definitely recommend them because, the Lightning Collection is like, it's like they're doing for Power Rangers what SH Figuarts does for Dragon Ball, and it works. They're doing wondrous things for Power Rangers, and I totally support them. Like, I really do. If you can find this guy for cheap, definitely get him. I totally recommend him. Outside of the fact that he has really, sometimes, these are loose joints, but the hands are very stiff. The wrists are very, very stiff. Mainly because they have, like, these really, take one here. They have, like, these really long pegs that make them stiff right here. Yeah, that tiny little thing is what makes them very stiff. But other than that, it's a great, really great figure. And I think you should totally invest in it. If you like, if you're anywhere, if you're interested in Power Rangers or Ginga Man, or like if you're like an American follower of the Power Rangers, or if you're like me who prefers Super Sentai, either way, I think this guy is worth your time. He's a great quality figure, and he looks amazing. I mean, there really isn't any problems with loose joints. Like I said, there's no, unless you're playing with this too hard, I don't see this breaking anytime soon. And it just really depends on, like, who do you like more? You know, do you like Power Rangers more? Do you like Super Sentai more? But I think this is definitely worth your time. For a Power Ranger and Super Sentai fan, in whether you watch Lost Galaxy or Ginga Man, either way, I think this is a great figure to have for both, regardless of what you like. I mean, you gotta have, if you're collecting this, if you're collecting Power Rangers, if you're collecting you know, Ginga Man toys or anything from Super Sentai, I think he's a must. I really think that, you know, no collection is complete. No Power Ranger collection is complete without Magna Defender, you know. This guy is just really good. But if you're not a fan of people with capes, then it's a pass. But I would totally recommend him. So, that pretty much covers this guy here. So there is the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, Magna Defender, or Ginga Man. And this King Vito saying, laters.